So I'm tired right now. I was just halfway through my last video and I was doing it from my phone, but my phone timed out, so the video just cut. So here I am starting all over again. So let's try this again. Alright, welcome. My name is Lugh Poetek and this is day 31 of my 90-day fast to $5,000. And that's right, I have made it. I have made 1/3 of the way there on this journey. And there's been a lot of hardships I've been faced with, and if you want to catch up on those hardships, and if you think about going fasting or trying to bring your life to the next level, check out the videos that are in this playlist. It's titled My 90-Day Fast to 5K. You know what I'm talking about? So, now, I'm at day 31, and back in July, everything was good, I was on a good path and whatnot, but I just felt like I was in a plateau, and I didn't know how to, get out of it. So after some deep meditation, after asking guidance from God and the Morning Star, I came to a conclusion that in order to propel my life to the next level, I have to upset it from its roots. Over the past few years, I've been setting some very specific stuff, a very specific schedule. And the hardest part of this fasting journey so far, in regards to the fasting, was really morning times, because what I'm doing is intermittent fasting. And intermittent fasting is basically you have a feeding period of 8 hours, and then for the other 16 hours you don't eat at all. They don't have no types of protein or carbs. And it doesn't matter if I went to the gym and I was after that feeding period. Even if I went to the gym, I would just shower and go to bed and not eat. So that was gut wrenching. But what was even harder for me to get through was the mornings, because I was so set in a schedule where I'd eat a glorious breakfast every single morning, right when I got up. And with me waking up early, I had something to look forward to. That was my breakfast in a couple hours, and I enjoyed that a lot. But since I upset that, my mornings have been hardest. So the reason why I'm doing this fasting is not necessarily for nutritional purposes. It's really just to help remind myself that we need to be grateful for what we have, and that includes food. And we have to also be able to control our vices, because if we don't and we keep giving into these destructive habits, they will take us on a hypnotic rhythm and make us a drifter. And I don't want to be a drifter. I'm focused on one thing. I want to keep that thing going. And it's been hard because with me working from home, I recently started working from home instead of working in the office. I have a lunch, so with me working early in the morning, it was, my body hasn't been able to get used to my feeding periods, because the first time I would eat was by my lunch. And that was hard for me, because some days I'd be scheduled to eat lunch at 11, some days 11:30, other days 12. Sometimes I didn't eat as late as 1:30, 2 p.m. because of the volume of customers that I was dealing with. My body hasn't been able to adapt strictly to that, so I don't foresee the rough mornings getting any easier on me. But what I did is, the whole point of fasting is to put your body in a state of, I believe it's called ketosis. And you put your body in a state of ketosis by not eating protein or carbs. And after a bunch of research, I realized that you can, however, have fats. And something that I used to help get me through those couple hours before my lunch was I would make bulletproof coffee. And bulletproof coffee has been such a blessing. And you can go to the grocery store and buy super coffee with MCT oils. That's what they call it as, but really it's just bulletproof coffee, and all that is grass-fed, organic, unsalted butter, coconut oil, and coffee. So that has no carbs or protein whatsoever, so it's just healthy fats. So that doesn't take away from the anti-phagy with your the cells, destroying each other and creating new cells, nor does it take away from burning calories, because they're all healthy fats. And I'm not going to get into details of healthy fats and why they're good for you. You can search up Bulletproof Coffee and its benefits and you'll see plenty. But also during this time period, I set a couple goals to myself. The next goal was to stack $5,000 within the next 90 days. And I did make a video of how I came to the number of $5,000. And if I can find it, I'll post it in the end screen. Somewhere I'll also post the video of me switching from from office to telecommuting and how that affected me. If you're in a similar thing right now, I think that would be helpful for you. But outside of that, I have had, when you start fasting, after you kind of get used to, as ironic as it is, you have all this excess energy, and then when you take away vices that you normally give into with fasting, it gives you so much excess energy and you have to do something with it. And ever since the beginning of this year, I've been juggling with switching to telecommuting, and I wanted to create an office space for myself in my home. And I had a bedroom that was just completely freaking cluttered with all kinds of crazy nonsense. But just over the weekend, I was able to take some real progressive steps into clearing out the room, and I just feel this huge weight lifting off of me. And because of that, I'm just really in a great mood. It's amazing when you just declutter something or clean something. I don't know how it works, but you feel so much lighter. And also, in another previous video, after you become debt free, the next thing that you want to do is maximize your income. And thank God to the workforce today. It's so dynamic and it's so quick. With some research and some expertise, you can really find something. And I also might have found another way to maximize my income to bring this goal to fruition quicker. And I'm so excited about that too. And finally, with these 31 days that I've gone through this whole fasting period, I've been able to release some burdens and been able to think more clearly and progressively of where I want to be. And I had this goal of 5K, but literally right after I made this goal, my car was having some mechanical issues and it was going to take a rack to fix. And that right there was the breaking point. I know I need to maximize my income, but I need to do it sooner rather than later. And that whole mechanical issue with the car really put me back in. From then on, I was I need to do something to maximize my income and get to the next step to put myself on a more secure path to independence and autonomy. And I will get into in the future more videos about about devices I've abstained from and how I've been able to manage, and some techniques I used in a future video. And also I'll get into ways to maximize the income and how, with the expertise that I've been blessed with through my business and through the company that I work with, it's opened up a lot of opportunity for me, and I'm really excited to talk about that too. But my last few videos have been really long, and this one is no different, but this calls for a celebration. It's been 31 days that I've been doing this thing, and it's only gotten better from me, from feeling my stomach burning when there was no food in it, now I'm losing fat, from being able to declutter, from being able to find a possible opportunity to increase my income. I really just feel I'm on a good path right now, and it's all thanks to God, the Morning Star, you, and this period of purity. So thank you. Holla, comment, subscribe. Good day.